Okay, so I'm gonna scooch up a little bit. I'm doing a facing a challenge reading, and it is basically the challenge at the top, the strength that the querent has, the weakness that the querent has, and then of course the advice. So this would be something like, I'm not sure what to do about my job, I'm bored, or my relationship isn't quite going the way I want it to, or I can't seem to find love anywhere, or that kind of thing. So this is an example of how to read that. And so looking at it in all, we've got two majors and four cards. So half of it is majors, and it's the challenge and the strength. So I would be reminded that those are going to play a little heavier. I see, other than that, there is the King of Wands and the Three of Cups. Because there's the Lover and the King of Wands, I'm going to, use this more as maybe a love relationship, or what's the challenge here? Getting through, what do I do about this difficult relationship, or how do I, get, what do I need to do? I'm having this trouble with the relationship. So the challenge is, and this would be something to definitely, if you're doing a one-on-one with the client, to talk about, because the challenge in this case is the wheel, and the wheel is movement, and the wheel is cyclical time. It's going to keep going and going and going, and time moves forward and all of those good things. So first off, that's that reminder. You really need to, the challenge is that time is moving on. Things are moving ahead. Things are changing. So with that, then we go into the strength. Well, what is the strength? What strength do you carry with this situation? And to me, the Lover speaks of a good commitment, that there's something really special going on with you and someone else. And that's the strength that you have, because you're willing to give that love and that almost committed. To me, the Lover speaks of also like, what's the word? I want to say, compromise. Don't know why, that was a hard one. It speaks of compromise. So you're willing to compromise, you're willing to do the things it takes to make the relationship. But the challenge is are things moving away, or are they moving on, or what's happening with that time? And with that, so the challenge, or says the weakness in the relationship is the King of Wands. And since it's your weakness, this doesn't matter if it's a male or female, it is the meaning of the card. So it's the King of Wands, which means there's a lot of energy. And the King of Wands is very motivated and has a lot of gumption and a lot of passion and a lot of drive. And to me, that almost speaks of someone stepping out. Since it is the querent's weakness, because they're so passionate and so motivated, do we have to watch that they expect the same in the relationship, or are they going to step out? It is the wheel as the challenge. So makes me think, new time, new thing, new place. So something to watch there as far as the weakness. And overall, the advice is the Three of Cups. Now, we could get into like a more sexual reading and talk about, oh, well, maybe you should have a threesome. Sorry, but it just came out like that. But if we're being more serious, or well, honestly, that could be something that someone wants to do. So let's just be honest. When we're in a reading, we never know what's on the other side of that table. And it could totally be someone wanting a more polyamorous relationship that might help this relationship. So it could definitely go that way. Don't ever, assume one way or the other. While you can't assume that someone wouldn't want or need a polyamorous relationship, at the same time you can't accept that they would be okay with that. So when you're doing readings, it's it's a juggling act, because you want to be honest with what you see, but at the same time, you could like in some cases, like you know, I don't, you know, you got to be careful. So, you know, if you're doing a blind reading where you're just, you want to be succinct. I mean, be precise, say what you feel. You're either going to, that client's either going to come back to you every month or every week, or they're going to go away and not come back at all. Because if you say something that they don't agree with, you know, like more, you know, in the case they may not agree with that kind of relationship, but you see it, then that's what you see. So anyway, you know, you're going to have everything. So I see the Three of Cups too, though, as the advice to also celebrate what you have. You know, take time in the relationship that you're in right now and celebrate it together, celebrate it with other people. Maybe it's time to actually, maybe it's not like a marriage, but a celebration of love, or you know, just some kind of recognition that what you have is good, and if you want to keep it, then you need to start celebrating it, instead of maybe that King of Wands attitude of, you know, I'm in it to win it, and you know, and if we don't want to do things my way, on the highway. He's not really that way as much as he is. I would think of him as someone more to step out, like step out physically, because like the King of Wands would be a very passionate person. Female, male, doesn't matter, but, and not that that is always the personality of that king, but it is one that is more apt to step out, because they are so passionate, and they're passionate about everything they do. It's not just love, sex, it's everything they do. You know, they get into that project, their work. They're just passionate people, and it's really easy to divert someone's attention who has that much passion. If you draw them in and make them feel good about themselves and make them feel like they can't do any wrong, then it's really easy for them to stray that way. So when I see the King of Wands in a weakness situation, it's a reminder that, you know, your passion could be looking somewhere else, whether it's at another person, you know, to step out on, or is it a, you know, your passion is so directed at your work that you're losing track of the relationship. Is your passion, you know, where is that passion? That's what that's, you know, kind of saying to me. And then that advice is to, if you want this relationship, you need to have the passion within the relationship. You need to celebrate that relationship to really make it thrive and grow, and come out. You know what, I may start doing some more like multiple partner readings, and maybe even, you know, some people have specific sexual questions as well. Not that we're going to be, you know, porn or anything like that, but, you know, it's a real concern, people's physical relationships with their partners. So that's another thing we could probably do. Anyway, that was kind of fun. There you have it. This is called the Facing a Challenge. I got it from the Tarot Spreads by Barbara Moore. It's a great book. I'm going to be just picking some randomly on occasion. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that. That was kind of fun. Thanks.